Welcome, guys, to another episode of Living Golf Kenya. Here with Living Golf number 1, Kenya number 4, hitting fairways, hitting greens, birdies all day long. Like, subscribe, follow. Let's touch on Motiga.
Yeah.
They showed the rest of the clubs their class on their own. They won by quite a number of points. So we all left wondering, what is it that they're doing that we need to emulate? So maybe we can start with you. I know you're a big fan of those, the juniors at Motiga.
Yes. I would say I think we have seen those juniors and now I think maybe play 2 other Tannahill Cups. I want to say, I think apart from maybe Njoroge, I think Motai and Timur and Kirago have played, I think, 1 or 2 other Tannahills with a good leadership of Bavnish, Nir, and everybody else, and the captain and the chairman really behind them. I think Motiga probably had the youngest team. So they did have the youngest team. And that's just beautiful to see. I think, as he said, they would like to bring in more juniors. As he said, they want to bring more juniors. And we know, definitely, it's a fatiguing game. Playing 36 holes, you don't even get enough time to warm up. It's alternate shot. So, big ups to Motiga. Good to see those kind of numbers from them and the juniors that they're putting out there. It'll be a big, big, big gap for all other clubs to even try to get half of that in their membership. So,
Can I pose a question? To be fair, firstly, you want these kids to turn pro?
get out of there!
They go abroad. They attack in a bow.
We can deal with those guys.
You can deal with those guys.
Dennis, your tactic of eliminating the competition.
But it's good. They go and represent us abroad.
Very true, very true. I think it's a valid point, but it'll be sad to see, in the next 3 years that, fortunately, because I think that's what's going to happen. In the next 3-4 years, we want them to go to the next level.
And then the next crop comes.
Then, yes. So I think, as he said, being a captain in Limuru, in those 3-4 years, can he bring in 2 or 3 guys? Can Railway? I know we're looking at maybe the future chairman of Railway here, Kevin Munyere.
Don't comment.
I think Munyere first, then
I'm not into leadership, I'm into playing golf.
Yes, but I can tell you for sure, because I know the passion you guys have for the game and the club Railway. Definitely, I see you guys pulling in some crop there of the juniors. So, for sure, that's something we want to see. I think everybody loves seeing the juniors going against, as they said, the Wazers against the juniors. And it's only more fun when you have a team that you can, that last, as we all say, those last 9 holes on a Sunday afternoon. On a Saturday afternoon is no joke. Then that pressure.
Motiga, what I can say is they played like a well-oiled machine, like how Man City plays or how Barcelona plays. Big up to Motiga. You guys are doing a good job, and congratulations for winning the Tannahill.
Before we check from the subject of Motiga, do you think handicap had something to do with it? Because we hear that the highest handicap there was handicap 2.
Definitely.
So do you think, like, in your clubs, if we bring down the handicaps, most guys manage the handicaps because of, the betting they play. So if everyone is to bring them down, do you think, like, other clubs will stand a chance?
I think that's definitely a big thing. I think on other episodes you have talked about where you have said, the best player you tell by handicap, because it's also a process of how many rounds you have played at a certain amount, a certain handicap. So definitely, I think in Kenya, Motiga has the lowest handicaps. They have more.
Yeah, the WHS system is based on your ability.
Yeah.
How many rounds? Your best 8 rounds is what qualifies for your handicap.
Yeah.
So basically, what he's saying is, the lower the handicap, the more time you actually play on that handicap.
Yes.
The better skill and ability you'll have to maneuver shots. Because in Tannahill, you can find yourself in some other places.
Yeah.
Unfamiliar territory.
Yes, and I think for someone trying to manipulate a shot, the lower the handicap, the better.
Basically, if Motiga could bench one of their best players, Mutai Kibugu, on the last day, that's like saying Barcelona benches Messi on a final.
Yes.
I'm saying before. Okay, PSG. He's not played yet. He's not played yet.
Yeah.
It's an example.
Yeah.
Or,
I get you though.
Or
Of the depth.
Yeah, of the depth of how
talent
good
that they have. Yeah.
those young boys at Muthaiga.
Yeah, and it's not technically just being young guys. Even your older or us guys was the age bracket of 30 and 40. If you can reduce the handicaps there, because those are eligible players for Tannahill.
Yes.
In Limuru, we have what? I think around 6 guys below handicap 5.
Yeah.
And only 4 of them play in the Tannahill. The other 2 do not because of other engagements. But then now the next group is between 5 and 10.
Yes.
Now, if you can have at least 20 guys within that bracket of 8 and below, you have a nice pool to choose from. But now just having 10 guys below 8 or 7, it's
difficult.
It's difficult.
It's true.
Because one of those guys might not even be on form. He has not played for 4 months.
Or might be engaged, as you said. Might be engaged. We're all, I think, goal for us is the second. So might be out of the country for business, anything. So true. As you said, the depth of the handicaps and the talent, it's to our captains and maybe the golfing fraternity to try and bring those handicaps down to get those numbers.
I have a twofold question or scenario. One is, are we for Royal opening up the invitation? You know, there was rumors last time they would invite Central. So are you guys for that move of expanding it maybe to 12 teams and then working on maybe having an extra session on Friday? And then, or with the hype and the energy Tannahill creates, are we due for another such a tournament? Maybe if Tannahill is played in the first quarter of the year, we now look for another tournament that's played either second half of the year. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on that?
Firstly, I'd like for them to increase the number of teams. If they do increase the number of teams, then they also have to increase the number of players. Because that means now maybe Friday you play an extra 36.
Yeah.
So maybe increase the team from 10 to maybe 12. 12, so you have 2 teams as subs. Yeah. That I would really accommodate. But also, I think it's high time we get another event. Maybe a different format rather than foursomes. Maybe a full Ryder Cup format.
Yes.
I don't know how to work with many teams, but it's something that we can look into.
You know, you can look at maybe Nairobi in zones, you know, north, south, east, or west.
Yes.
You know, having a Ryder Cup, Nairobi west, Nairobi east.
Yes.
Can guys come, as you say, in the Ryder Cup format? So you have 4 balls, 4somes, and singles.
And something that can also move from different clubs.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Not just stagnant at Royal. Yeah.
Yeah, those are all good discussions, I think, that can be shared in the captain's forum and even at the club level. Try really push that to see whether either of the two can be adopted.
Yeah.
I personally would want to see one team added, Central, because my guy, this guy has to play Tannahill. This guy has to play Tannahill. I'm not saying the way it's going to pass and he's not played it. He's not intimidated opposition with distance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just hit a bomb and Kamenchu's game plan is out of the window. Bogey free.
I think your things are very good. With the twofold question, I think yes. For sure, I would love to play.
Yeah.
And I think I made a personal decision this year, so I'll see it through.
Okay.
So, we'll see. I think I've always pushed for Central to play. We'll see if it happens. I know it's usually it's in the works. Usually I think the letters come out, I want to say first or second week of January. So that we have till next year. But I think personally I'll push as far as I see what can happen. But before December, I'll probably make a decision on
What Nairobi club to join.
But
Yes.
they did invite another team.
Yes,
They did.
we do here. So, but
it happened the same thing the last time. But they did invite, but then COVID, and it's happened before and before.
complications of the draw. So we just hope this time round they've thought it through to the end.
Yes.
So that you don't. A lot of energy planning goes into Tannahill.
Yes.
You as a captain, I'm sure you know the full details.
My
Yes.
team is very okay. So just sure.
Special mention to Karen, who are relegated, but
The sponsor.
Yeah.
The sponsor said no. It was Jelly. You can come back.
you guys, I don't know what you guys do. Special mention goes to Karen Country Club.
There's big club mentality.
Mensch, what do you think? More clubs, another tournament like that?
Another tournament like that. For me, I'd say Royal tournament remains like that. For me, I'd say history for me means everything. History is everything. It's Royals tournament. Let them run the way they want to run it.
Royal Mombasa.
Yeah, Royal Mombasa. And let's have guys out there, sponsors, who can organize a tournament like the Ryder Cup, something small for the juniors, for the wazers, as they say it. Let's make golf more popular and more fun.
To take on what he said, I think the same thing came out of the US. What we saw, they have the President's Cup,
Yeah.
and I think there was one that Europe tried to do. Can't remember the name of it, but there was Europe versus Asia versus
Yes, Europe. It's called
yes.
the Royal
the Royal. Yes,
Trophy. It's called Royal Trophy.
yes. So I think with that, I think it's I don't want to say high time, but for sure, as you said, it takes a lot of planning. So the format would be the biggest thing to lead now. What course, what teams, how many players, and it might just have to be an open book. It might not be a club. It might have to be just, as you said, West, Central, East, Nairobi, and then now you can choose players from wherever. So that would be very interesting.
There you've had it from your crew at Living Golf Kenya. Tannahill 2021 roundup. Like, subscribe, follow, comment.
Thanks, guys.
Say hi to Jay Sandu and QB.
Solid.
Nice.